Hi and welcome. This sound bath is part of a 21-part series called the Archetype Path, From the Fool to the World, inspired by the timeless pattern known as the hero's journey. The hero's journey, sometimes called the monomyth, is a universal story that shows up across cultures, myths, spiritual traditions, and human development itself. It's the story of leaving what's familiar, meeting challenge and uncertainty, being shaped by experience, discovering deeper truth, and slowly returning with more wisdom, capacity, and wholeness. It's not just a story we read or watch. It's a pattern we live again and again through relationships, healing, creative work, loss, becoming, and growth. What I love is that the Rider-Waite Tarot mirrors the same journey through the major Arcana cards. Each card represents an archetypal stage of consciousness, a doorway we move through as we evolve and integrate. For me, tarot has never been about prediction. It's been a companion in my own healing, helping me recognize what season I'm in, what's integrating, and what wants my attention with more honesty and care. In this series, you're invited to experience a sound bath for each of the 21 major Arcana archetypes, beginning with the Fool and traveling all the way through the world. This isn't only about learning what archetypes represent, but about feeling how these qualities move through your body, nervous system, imagination, and subtle awareness. Each sound bath is designed to offer an embodied meeting with that archetype, helping whatever it stirs open or reveal more through you in a steady, integrated way. It's a space to notice what you're carrying, what's shifting beneath the surface, and what wants to settle into clearer alignment. Not through effort or analysis, but through resonance, rest, and gentle awareness. Healing and growth aren't linear. We spiral. We revisit familiar thresholds. We meet new layers of ourselves over time. Some stages feel expansive and joyful. Others feel quiet, challenging, or mysterious. All of them belong. If you'd like to explore this series in an interactive way, you're welcome to begin with the Wheel of the Great Journey, which holds all of the 21 archetypes. You can spin the wheel anytime you feel curious, reflective, or wondering where you are within your own unfolding path. You might hold a simple question such as, what part of the journey am I experiencing right now? Or which archetype is walking with me in this season of life? The wheel gently guides you towards the archetype that's ready to meet you, not as a rule or prediction, but as an experience to explore. When you arrive at that archetype sound journey, you'll also find a separate wheel of intention designed specifically for that journey. You're invited to spin it to help clarify what you'd like to receive, explore, or integrate during this session. Hold that intention lightly and let the sound do what it does best. Help your system process, settle, and realign in its own timing. Now let the journey begin. Wheel of Fortune represents the moment when the journey expands into change, cycles, and the recognition that not everything unfolds through personal control. After the inward clarity of the Hermit, this stage invites engagement with timing, flow, and the larger rhythms shaping experience. In stories, this is where the traveler encounters turning points, unexpected shifts, and moments that reveal the dynamic nature of life itself. Wheel of Fortune carries the energy of adaptability, trust, impermanence, and the understanding that movement is inherent to growth. She reminds us that stability does not mean stagnation, and that learning how to ride change with flexibility allows wisdom to deepen rather than harden. This archetype often appears when circumstances are shifting, when old patterns are loosening, and when life is inviting surrender to a new phase or direction. On a nervous system level, Wheel of Fortune supports flexibility and resilience, helping the system learn how to remain regulated while navigating uncertainty and transition. She teaches us how to release rigid expectations and how to orient towards curiosity rather than resistance when change arises. This sound bath invites you to explore the experience of movement and change, not as chaos or loss of control, but as natural cycles, adaptive flow, and evolving possibilities. Before we begin, take one slow, deep breath in and allow it to release naturally. Now, in your mind's eye, you may imagine yourself on a path. It opens into a wide circular clearing where the landscape subtly shifts in gentle cycles. Light moves across the space as clouds pass slowly overhead, creating soft changes in brightness and shadow. The air feels alive with movement and rhythm. Leaves stir lightly, and the horizon seems to rotate gently in perspective, reminding you that change is always unfolding, even when the ground beneath you feels steady. The environment carries a feeling of flow rather than fixed direction. Nothing here is permanent or rigid. The space reflects the natural turning of the seasons, phases, and unseen timing. There's a quiet reassurance in noticing that movement itself is part of balance. The landscape invites trust in change rather than resistance. As you remain here, the shifting light and motion soften into spacious awareness. The sense of rhythm and flow remains gently present within. And as the image fades, the sounds can begin to flow naturally into the space, carrying the atmosphere of adaptability, trust, and gentle movement forward. Set your intention. Welcome back. As the frequencies settle, awareness can gently return to the room around you and the calm steadiness of this moment. May you carry with you the quality of the Wheel of Fortune, flexibility, trust in change, and openness to natural cycles. Allow that ease to remain present in the days ahead. Bye for now.